PHS, and welcome back to The Roar. For our first story this week, we have an interview with Kira Nix and Trent Birch, our 2025 Mr. and Mrs. PHS.
Hi, my name's Kira.
I'm Trent Birch.
And we got voted for Miss.
And Mr. PHS.
So I would say I'm pretty involved with the student body. I'm in 7 organizations here at PHS, and I really pride myself in my PHS spirit. I really like pep rallies and things like that, and it's really such an honor to be voted the Miss PHS.
I feel like I'm also very involved in the student body. I'm in 6 different clubs, and I feel very honored to win Mr. PHS because I think it's really cool.
We wanted to thank the senior class for voting for us. I'll catch you in Rocket City.
And I'll see y'all in Stark Vegas.
Now, onto a story about Black History Month.
Hey PHS, this is Liu and Kenzie, and this is the following of last week's segment.
The period that sticks out to me most with Black History Month would be the Montgomery bus boycott, because we are so close to Montgomery. I currently live in Montgomery, and I attended ASU, which is connected to the bus boycott. Mrs. Joanne Robinson was an English professor at Alabama State University, and she was the president of the Women's Political Council, who worked along with the Montgomery Improvement Association hand in hand to help organize and conduct the Montgomery bus boycott. So the night before the boycott started, again, Mrs. Robinson, or Joanne Robinson, was an English professor at Alabama State. She got several of the young men or young male students that were attending Alabama State at the time to hand deliver notices to the Black neighborhoods in Montgomery. The Women's Political Council made these notices by hand. They made over 33,000, I want to say, by hand. And that night, the young men took the notices all over Black neighborhoods in Montgomery. So that would be where the old Centennial Hill was, most of the western portions of Montgomery, near Holt Street Baptist Church, which is where the mass meetings were held, and in other historic Black neighborhoods at the time. So that is my favorite period, because I'm a big alumni supporter of Alabama State. So it makes me proud that history is related to my alma mater.
Hi, I'm Tina Cutright. I'm the U.S. History teacher and the World History teacher here at Prattville High School. One of the things that stood out for me in Black History Month is Rosa Parks. Her journey and her standing her ground on the bus changed everything for the movement in the civil rights movement in the 50s, in the 60s. And so I feel like she is a great contributor to our Black History Month.
The thing that stands out to me most about Black History Month is that it is equality and justice for all, for everybody, no matter what your race is, but especially for those that have been suppressed the most.
And finally, a story on President's Day.
National President's Day is a federal holiday that mostly celebrates Washington's birthday. However, we also celebrate other presidents on this day, like Lincoln and Jefferson. It's seen as one of the most patriotic American holidays, right next to holidays like Independence Day. Washington and Lincoln's birthday are on the 22nd and 12th of February, respectively. We celebrate President's Day to give federal workers a 3-day weekend while honoring and respecting the great things our president has done. Here's a brief list of honorable mentions that these presidents have done. Washington led the U.S. Army to fight the Brits, winning the war, wrote the Constitution, and becoming the first president, while Lincoln founded the United States Department of Agriculture, issued the Emancipation Proclamation, and passed the 13th Amendment. President's Day is always a festive day, and there's always a bunch of events that are available to the public to celebrate. There's several in Montgomery, like Mann Wildlife Learning Center and Montgomery Zoo. They have special hours for the holidays. The Zoo and Learning Center open at 9 in the morning and then close at 4 in the afternoon. There are also several different activities to do over the nation. Several memorials are available to the public, such as the Lincoln Memorial and several different Washington monuments. Even if it isn't President's Day, it's always nice to remember what the president has done for the country. Thank you. That's all I have. Off to the next segment.
This Thursday through Sunday, come out to support our talented Prattville Theater as they perform their rendition on Sarah Ruhl's Eurydice, a modern retelling of a Greek classic myth, Orpheus, through the perspective of his lover. Showings will be on February 20th and end on the 23rd. All performances will be at 7 p.m. in the Larry Owens Theater. If you'd like to come out and support, tickets will be $11 for adults and $6 for students. The theater students have been working effortlessly since winter break to bring us a great show. Break a leg, Prattville Theater.
Hey guys, welcome back to Lions Sports Central. I'm Ethan, and today we have a lot of sports to talk to you about, including Prattville athletics and some other stuff. Prattville's baseball season has just started back up, including freshman, JV, and varsity. Our first home game of the season for varsity is against Bibb County the 21st of February, but we have multiple games before that. We just don't play at home for those games. Along with that, the tennis season has also started back up, and the most notable games coming up are the Dothan tournament games, the 21st and the 22nd, so please go out and support your Prattville Lion tennis team. Moving on from Prattville athletics is NCAA men's basketball. One of the highest ranked conference games in SEC history recently took place between number 1 Auburn and number 2 Alabama. Auburn won that game and remains the number 1 team in the country, getting another huge win on the road, proving that they are still a contender for the Final Four as they have been all season. My predictions for the 4 number 1 seeds in the March Madness tournament are Auburn, Tennessee, Duke, and to be decided. Probably someone like St. John's or something that y'all wouldn't expect. I don't think 3 SEC teams are going to have 1 seeds. I think there's going to be 2 SEC teams with the 1 seed, an ACC team, not any ACC team, specifically Duke. Maybe Iowa State would be my pick just because they've been doing really, really good. That's all we have for you. Thank you for watching Lions Sports Central, and I'll see y'all next week.
That's all I have for this week, so make sure you tune in next week for more. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Emma.
And you just watched The Roar.